what's up guys? Quick video blog for you. I'm going to talk about caffeine today. Now, what is caffeine? It's something we're all familiar with. We've all taken it in one degree or another, but let's dig a little deeper. Let's see how it can help us in terms of our fitness goals. Now, caffeine, if you're not familiar guys, it's a vasodilator. Now, what does that mean? Vasodilator. It dilates our veins. It enlarges our blood vessels, allowing for more oxygenated, vitamin-enriched blood flow. Okay, when we typically take these caffeine supplements or these caffeine beverages, we're usually taking it in the form of a Monster energy drink, a Red Bull, these energy drinks. And then we have our pre-workout supplements, C4, NO Explode, Muscle Farm pre-workouts, etc. And if you look at the labels, you'll find a long list of vitamins and minerals and various nutrients. Now, when we take those beverages, and you have the caffeine in it and you have the vitamins, what happens is that these vitamins piggyback on the caffeine and it's rushed through our bloodstream and it goes throughout our body at a higher rate, thus absorbing and digesting these vitamins and minerals, feeling the full effect of these pre-workouts. And you know what happens next. We got mental alertness, mental focus. And if we're in the gym, we should have an absolute clear goal and vision of what we want to accomplish in the gym. And so when we're done with the gym, we can look back and say, did that, check that box, everything is all good. But if we don't go in there with high mental acuity, if we're not focused on exactly what needs to be done, what happens at the end of that workout, we look back and we regret that we didn't, give it our all on the bench, or we took too long of a rest in between our squats, and we were distracted by the ladies walking by, and we were distracted by the guy grunting in the corner, and all these things start to add up, and that makes for a terrible workout session, thus a time in which we can never get back. So the mental focus and the alertness is extremely crucial, guys. Great benefit of caffeine. Another plus of caffeine, if I haven't mentioned already, is that it's a thermogenic. Okay, a thermogenic means it's going to increase our metabolism, therefore burning more calories throughout the day. Now, in addition to being a thermogenic, guys, we take caffeine, and depending on how much you take, it's going to take about an hour to take effect. And then, of course, depending on how much you take, it may last up to 3 hours. So it's important to know when to take it. When's the timing of the caffeine? If I'm going to work out at 5 o'clock, I'm not going to want to take caffeine at noon. You're going to want to time it properly. So keep that into account when you're trying to time out your performance, optimal levels of performance for the day. Now, let's talk about the FDA. FDA recommends that a healthy adult should have upwards of 400 milligrams a day. I mean, that's kind of the peak amount. So I would strongly recommend you guys start to track how many milligrams of caffeine you're having on a daily basis, because so many of us get into the daily routine of waking up in the morning and we drink coffee to wake up. Then we go to work or we go to school, and right around lunchtime we'll have an energy drink, and then a few hours after that, coffee, and then if we're working out in the evening, we're gonna have a pre-workout drink right before our workout, and before you know it, we had 3, 4, 5 different energy drinks or caffeine-laced drinks, and we have no idea how much we've had throughout the day. And the double-edged sword part of caffeine is that the more you take, the more dependent you become of it. So if you're drinking 4 or 5 drinks a day, that's only going to last so long. As time progresses, you're going to find yourself having to take 7 or 8 or 9 drinks. And the more you take, guys, the more dependent you become. So monitor exactly how much you're taking. Now, the only caffeine I take, I don't drink soda, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink energy drinks. The only thing I have is my pre-workout supplement. And as of right now, that's called NO Explode. Now, the serving size is just 1 scoop. And I, on average, will have just half a serving. I'll take half a scoop and I'll slowly start to add more and more. So I'll work from half a scoop to 3/4 of a scoop. And then 2 months later, I'll get up to 1 serving or 1 full scoop. And the moment I feel like my body is no longer benefiting from 1 scoop, meaning I need to increase over 1 serving, maybe I have to go to a serving and a quarter, then I cut it out, guys. I'm done. I'm completely done with it. because my body is getting too dependent on the increased progression of adding more and more caffeine. And the body needs a time to relax a little bit, become no longer dependent. It needs to go off of its own energy levels. And now that sucks. It sucks when you have to cut something out, but it's better in the long run. So after a few months of taking NO Explode, and I get up to that point of 1 serving, what I do is I completely cut it off. 2-3 weeks. That way, when I'm at 1 serving and I cut it off for a couple of weeks, when I go back, I'll go back to half a serving, and it feels like I'm taking 2 or 3 or 4 because my body is not used to the caffeine anymore. And now I can recycle and restart the process of getting my body re-energized. And I'll continue to do that, so on and so forth. What else, guys? Another con besides becoming dependent on caffeine is that it can dehydrate you severely. So make sure if you are drinking more caffeine, make sure you're drinking more water with it, staying hydrated the entire time. Now, go on, and I strongly urge you guys to really calculate how much caffeine you're consuming on a daily basis. Use this video, use this information to help monitor how much you need to be taking, and go out there, get a great lift. Take care. I'm out.